And here we are at Wednesday again. Oh boy. Oh well, it's just there was a lot of stuff going on Twitter again. Well, not a whole lot, just one thing that caught my interest. And a certain account put up, "Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the last of the specials being filmed," and I'm like, dude, as far as I know, the specials are done. Maybe you should keep up on this stuff. It's like, they're going to start shooting Series 14 in November. So it's like the specials are done. The specials are in the can. It's like, because you didn't see so much filming over the summer, that means they haven't filmed all the specials. No, they have, as far as I know. There's a lot of news going around, and I forgot the director's name, but they found out the name for the director for the third special. And if you want to see that, it's on an article from Cultbox, which is up on the Dr. Freedom page. I linked it there. It's just, I'm loving all these guys, who are up there. It's like, they obviously don't know what they're talking about yet. Ugh. It just amazes me sometimes, some of the things they come up with. Because Rachel Tolole has been throwing out, subtle hints at this and that, but she's never going to tell you anything outright. And that's because, she doesn't want to get in trouble. She's, very well known, and she's, not wanting to spoil the experience for you or anything like that. Plus, she wants to be called back someday to work on that show, and she likes working on that show. So, she's not going to sit there and run off the whole plot for you. But it just amazed the living crap out of me that, there's this guy, and of course, someone tried to throw a dig at Chibnall with the classic, most of the people, blah, blah, this. Like, dude, if you want to do that, because I was talking about the title, that's how most of the fans describe Chibnall's writing, and I'm like, bye. If you want to do that, the door's over there. You see, it's like, go do it on one of them channels who'll kiss your butt for views. It's like, not gonna do it. I'm just really tired of these guys who acted like the last 5 years of Doctor Who was like the Bataan Death March or something like that. And it's like, guys, it was just like any other era. There were good shows. There were shows that didn't work out on paper. That happens with every showrunner, every season, going back to the beginning. It's just the law of nature on television. You have ideas that look great on paper, but of course, once you get them out there and start putting them together, they usually don't come out right. And we've seen a lot of that happen, through all the modern era of the shows. Well, it's classic. Even the classic era had some shows, that, wow, okay, that's going to be really good. No, and then it comes out and goes, oh my God, what were we thinking? It's just, it happens to everyone. Now, Doctor Who news-wise, like I said, we're coming into September. Well, we are in September now. Hopefully within the coming weeks, we're going to have some information coming up on the Centenary special. And also, Jodie's, if you look around online, pictures already popping up of Jodie at various cons. Let's see, I'm in a good mood because I have tickets for the con in Columbus in December. I've managed to land a photo op ticket with Jodie Whittaker, which will cost you $100. I'm not gonna lie, I just missed the good old days of cons when you went in there and you paid for the con and that was it. Signatures pretty much came free. Photos with the artists and the celebrities came free. And now you've got cosplayers wanting you to pony up money just to have a picture with them. And I'm like, it's just crazy these days at cons. And I'm not saying all the cosplayers do it, but it just, makes me, want to go, what? Just, it's kind of sad, but the problem is you've had an outbreak of dealers. Oh yeah, here's one I couldn't forget. The one con I went to, and like I said, that's the one where they were treating it like it was a maximum security prison, because that was the year that the Green Ranger almost got shot. Yeah, the guy who got picked off by the fans and con security well before he got anywhere near his target. Yet now, if you want to go to a con, this one in Cincinnati, you've got to go through metal detectors. You've got to empty out your pockets. Which will, and it's like, that was really great going through a metal detector for me, because I was wearing all my rings, which I don't normally do, because I thought, oh, why not? It's a con. That's the only time I usually wear any of them. And then every time I have to go in the building, I got to sit there, pull all my rings off, pull this off, set my vaporizer in a tray, and do all this weird shit just to get in. And meanwhile, that particular con was always, sorry, I was taking a little steamer there. Meanwhile, that particular con was already had, off-duty police and everything else like that, on roving patrol around it. And there was never a time that it felt insecure in the first place, let alone insecure enough that you literally had people in two lines going in, and then you had officers going through your stuff, going through this, checking your bags, and then you had one lady who was at the beginning ahead of the metal detectors shouting at you like you were convicts going in for processing. And I'm like, not to mention, I step outside the door to vape, and because I'm on the step and not on the actual sidewalk, I had some jerk off come off, one of the con security. He was obviously, you could tell he was off-duty police just by his tone, manner, and the way he carried himself. And not one of them good police either. Like I said, I've had good and bad experiences with police. Trust me, one of these days I'm going to sit down and tell you about, oh man, I don't want to go into that. It's political. But it was just amazing to me. And like I said, now I am a little bit, apprehensive about, but this is going to be in Columbus. It's not going to be the same people who were running that last con. But I'm just wondering what the security measures are going to be like. Heck, I remember we had guys showing up to cons. One guy was was dressed as a stormtrooper full out. He had a Swedish machine gun that had been, the firing mechanism and all that had been removed. It had a barrel plug in it, which was lit brightly orange, and he carried that around like a stormtrooper would, because it looked like one of the stormtrooper props. And come on, it had a barrel plug in it, no firing mechanism. Try doing that today. But how's everybody been doing out there anyway? Because like I said, we got a few short minutes, and then I'm going inside. So I don't know, it's a little bit of a ranty morning, but like I said, until we get some more data, there's a lot of folks going, how come you don't do videos anymore? I said, because there's not really been any major news breaks. All we have is the same info I've been telling you. Some folks been asking in the comment box, and I go, look, all I know is David Bradley, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, and Sylvester McCoy were seen, right there in Cardiff, and I guess they were having dinner, a couple times and all that right there near where Bad Wolf Studios is. Well, no, where BBC, this was at Rothlock at the time, because this was for the centenary. And I know there's a lot more surprises to come with the centenary. I've been hearing news about William Russell, but like I said, it's not one of my usual reliable sources. I had somebody talking about how it's never accurate and all that. I'm like, folks, The person who told me about a lot of this stuff is, like I said, the same person who told me about Sacha Dhawan being the master almost 6 months before Spyfall aired. And I was really highly skeptical of it because not once during any of the filmings pictures that we had from location did Sacha Dhawan ever appear. And that's why I put it on the rumor pile, because I hadn't seen any physical evidence that it was possible. And then sure enough, bang, bam, there he is. And there's a lot of other things this person's been very accurate about. So that's why I consider this person a reliable source. They've proved out a number of times. Mainly, I just like to present data to you folks and let you decide. What you think is real, what you think is not. Well, folks, it's about that time. I'm going to run inside. So please take care of yourselves and each other. It's awfully quiet this morning. Where is everybody? The usual suspects aren't here. Well, so take care, everyone. Be kind, be calm, be safe. Above everything else, please be kind, and we'll catch you all in the future.